Welcome back to the AOP podcast. My name is Art Salazar. I'm the CEO of AOP.
My name is Frederick Aria. You know me. I'm the pitching performance coordinator of AOP. I'm
so
ready.
The next topic that we've got for you guys is where we believe development is heading. This is just our opinions on what we gather. Somebody's a little excited over here, but let me get started.
I want you to kick off.
Yeah, let me get started. So, where I personally think development is heading, we kind of talked about it yesterday, and I don't want to say that because I hear you about like D1 is never going to be like pro, and that's not really what I mean. But I can remember a time when the kids that were being recruited to Division Ones in this area, let's just say where we are right now, was so dramatically different than what it is now. It is unbelievable, and kids just don't understand, right? Like, okay, I can think of a couple kids without putting names where it's like surface level, people are like, why are they going D1? They don't throw 95, okay. But when you put them on a TrackMan, or even if you've got other data that you can analyze, they're literally in the top 1% of pitch profiles, projectability, whatever, people that can actually analyze and understand that. And that's why the kid that's 88, 90 or 86 to 90 or 86, 89 is going D1, right? But before, you just kind of saw, and we're not talking SEC or anything crazy. We're just talking about like the, not low level, but the stock normal Division I schools. It's just not happening anymore. You know, like you're not seeing flyers taken on kids. With the rosters changing now and everything, I believe some JCs, you know, and Division II especially are becoming, in this area at least, the 10 years ago version of what Division I baseball was. And I believe, like looking at the meta point of all this, that what does that mean for development in baseball and all of that? A lot of kids are going to get left behind. And if you're not locked in taking this serious, well, other kids are, and you're just not going to have a chance. You're not going to get the opportunities that you hope for, and it doesn't mean that we're going to be assholes about it. You just got to be real about it. Honesty and being able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? I don't want it that bad. I haven't been doing what I needed to do. There are ninth graders that are 25 times better than me. There are eighth graders that are 25 times better than me. Yeah, I'm kind of not in a good place right now. You'll be able to take that in, and what are you going to do with it, right? You could be a senior in high school and be 150 times behind the other guy or whatever. It's going to a place that I'm pretty confident a lot of people just don't understand or are wanting to be oblivious to it. So I'm going to pass it to you now. Let's hear what you got.
Sports, especially baseball, because baseball has something really unique. That baseball is one of the sports that has the technology way more involved into it. And technology is changing everything into the game in every single aspect. In skill development, in game planning, in strategies, in reaction abilities, in how to develop instincts into the human being. Biomechanics is gonna change. It's already changing the game in a lot of the sense, but I think technology is just making everything way more professional in every single sense. Okay. Pro baseball is improving into incorporate professionalism into every single process behind development player and acquisition of players and analytics, try to like projectability, players, performance, all that thing. It's just getting better every single year, every single month, every single period of time. That is scaring minor leaguers to go on the same way. Have way more complex and fine development to process to development to improve to being assessed to project themselves, blah blah blah. That is carrying college level to embrace a lot of those processes. That would carry the high school level to embrace those kind of like processing to get everything a little bit more professional every single year. We talked about that yesterday because we been dealing with a specific case that we're like involving with a high school. And the high school has something really unique that they can start exploding on their favors big time. And their player will get a little bit of an edge when it comes to getting recruited, getting understanding who the fuck they are in every single sense. And that is not gonna stop. That is just the beginning. High school is gonna turn into what JUCO or
Yes.
D3 was 10 years ago.
Yes.
That is gonna be high school.
Yes.
In 2 to 3 years. JUCO will turn into what D2 was. And probably the difference into some of the JUCOs and D3s and D2s will not exist anymore. And even the D1 level, you're gonna see like two separates of Division 1 baseball in schools. The Division 1 baseball that can afford some level of investment into their players, and thus other half of D1 that they're gonna be the other half of D1. They're gonna be like minor league D1 college and
Big league.
big league D1 college. And those players that plays for that amount of big league D1 college, they will be way more prepared, professional, developed, and prepared to compete at the highest level than the players that go on a minor league D1 level, if we want to say that. So even if they're going to be, all of them, they're going to be D1, but there's going to be like a gap between programs that can afford pay for players, but that can't afford all the process involving development, projectability, acquisitions, scouting, and all that. That is gonna separate a lot. Some D1s and some other D1s. And we can taste it already. There's like a level of baseball in some conference, and there's another level of baseball in other conference, like you mentioned, SEC, ACC. You can really taste that there's like a gap
100%.
between those teams and so many other D1. And they're D1, but yeah, but it's not the same. So probably if you are a player that, let's say Paul Skeen, let's say Nick Kurt, let's say Chase Burns, those players, they look really pretty much unique at that level, that they are so good that they can jump from the college level into the big league level in a couple months. That is something else. That's another level. And that is only gonna be increasing
For sure.
every single year.
For sure.
So development is heading into that. It's professionalism is gonna reach every single level of this game. And investment in technology, in processing information, in using tools to take advantage of information or using tools to improve players in different ways. Strength and conditioning, gain strategies, biomechanics, all that is only going to be increasing year by year. And that is where development is heading.
For sure.
It's heading right now. And there's so many aspects of us as a human being that is heading into kind of like a similar process. We're turning into a little bit of 90% humans and already 10%
Cyborg.
Machines, yeah.
Yes.
Because we are so dependent on machine learning and processing in our life that at some point that is only going to be increasing, which is a really deep conversation.
Very.
But it is what it is, and that is not going to stop, you know?
Yes.
That is just going to be reaching the level or increasing the level higher and higher and higher. And as a human, we got two options. We embrace the reality, embrace the future, and we're trying to incorporate that in our favor, or we reject that in our mind, and the future, the new generations, the new class of human beings, they're just gonna be passed over us.
For sure.
In so many aspects: professional, money, lifestyles, everything. How athletes develop themselves, how athletes are competing at X amount of level. That's crazy. That's gonna be crazy. What the human being will be capable to do in 10 years, people that was alive 40 years ago will be like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that we as a human can do that at this level.
For sure. For sure. I want to leave everybody with this. We're just going to talk about baseball. If where baseball is right now was explained to someone 45, 50 years ago, even 30 years ago, potentially, would they believe it? Probably not. So what makes you believe that what is coming for us next and what people are starting to whisper about and what's behind the curtain or just stuff that's slowly being implemented isn't going to become reality? And that if you don't catch up, you're going to get left behind, whether it's the 7th, 8th grade level, the freshman level, JV level, varsity, junior college, D3, D2, D1. If you don't accept it, embrace it, you're not going to you're not going to be caught up and you're going to get left behind. What do you think is going to happen if you do not embrace it?
Can I say hello to someone?
Go ahead.
What's up, Pee Wee? How you doing? We're talking shit a little bit.
Yeah. How about you? Yeah, good. Don't get left behind, people. Embrace it. Don't get left behind. Okay, we're going to leave you with that. If you've got any thoughts, comment them. We'd love to hear it. All right. Share the video, like, subscribe. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.